Thank goodness we don't actually need cures or vaccines to stop this virus. But a cure would be great. As a scientist who likes working on cures and vaccines, I think it's important for a sort of long-term perspective, but these things take years to develop and to do properly. The thing that actually stops outbreaks is quarantine, which is just taking sick people and caring for them in such a way that they are not exposing anybody else to the disease. And that's exactly what's going on in China and around the world right now. And I tell you, that is effective against every single virus that is out there. So that's probably the way that we're actually going to beat this. And maybe toward the end of the outbreak, you might see people being able to test some drugs.
So coronavirus outbreaks are not new. Previously there were SARS, MERS and now the Wuhan virus. But it seems that the vaccines are usually developed well after the outbreaks have been contained. Why is that?
So the problem with curing viruses is that viruses won't sit still to be cured. Basically, they're always growing and they're always changing. There are more than 100 papers out there where people are trying to make vaccines for coronaviruses. And if there are 100 papers, there are 100 different ways to do this. So some of the big ones that you will read about eventually will be live attenuated vaccines. We don't have those yet. So what that means is the actual virus, but a version with a few mutations. So it doesn't actually cause the disease, but it does still give you a nice, strong immune response, and so your body is ready for when it does face the real thing. The problem that all the scientists are going to be thinking about when they're developing new vaccines is that they want to make sure, absolutely sure, that they do a good job and that it doesn't actually hurt anybody. So there are a couple examples of coronavirus vaccines that have actually made the disease worse, unintentionally in some cases. And so there's a lot of safety testing that has to happen before anybody goes out and actually starts trying a vaccine for real. The declaration that this is a public health emergency, I think that's going to open up the way for other governments and other charitable organizations to fund some of the testing. And so I think that may be the major benefit of this public health emergency, is that we actually move a little bit closer, a little bit more quickly toward some kind of vaccine or cure. But it's slow. Science is slow because we have to be careful and we have to be right. That's our job.